Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 36 of the Pixel Street Podcast, where each and every week we get together to talk about one of the things we love most, video games. As always, I am one of your hosts, John Hansen, and I'm joined by Joel Campos. What's up, Joel?
Not much. How are you doing? It's fun times coming.
All right.
And already here.
We are trying a new format, I guess you could say, right now. I've been having too many issues with my camera and lag, so we're going to try a pre-recorded, just getting our voices. I know Joel was working on getting some trailers and everything up for when we get talking about things, so hopefully everything will run smoothly and we can actually get a way we want to do this figured out.
Yeah, and who knows, over time maybe it'll end up just being us going over this outline and also just playing a game together. Because I feel like that'd be a pretty cool playing a weird game.
I think it would be really cool to just have like a game of the week where we just play through it, put up one of our gameplay of it, and just say what we thought of it. Like a game neither of us have played.
Yeah,
I think that would be cool.
Maybe even the free games, like the Sonic one right now.
Yeah. But anyways, as always, you can get our podcast on most podcast platforms on Mondays as well as on YouTube. You can now watch us record. You cannot now watch us record live. But this will be going up on our Facebook page, Pixel Street Podcast. Be sure to give it a like, share it around. This week, we will be discussing some E3 pre-announcements and our E3 predictions.
Very exciting.
But first, since we missed last week, we got a lot of new releases to catch up on. You want to go ahead and take that?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start here. Sorry, I'm pulling it up for the video. So on May 31st, which was, when was that? Last week? 2 weeks ago? Last Thursday, a week ago.
That was last week.
There was Overlord for PC, Lost Sea for Switch, Masked Forces for Switch and Wii U, West of Loathing for Switch, Icy for Switch. That's all caps, by the way, for Icy. Just Shapes and Beats for Switch, which I've been hearing is actually really good. I don't know. Did you pick that up? John, you there? Hello?
Hey, there you are.
Sorry, my mic disconnected. My controller disconnected. I didn't think of that. But yeah, going back, we have Icy for Switch in all caps. Just Shapes and Beats for Switch. Did you hear anything about this? I'm hearing really good things.
Hey, real quick, you went out like the moment you started the new releases, so you might as well just start over. And no, I haven't.
Okay. On May 31st, 2018, you have Overload for PC, Lost Sea for Switch, Masked Forces for Switch and Wii U, which is, still Wii U games on here, which is weird. And I know I say it every time, but
that's also like the first one we've seen. It's not a Vita situation where we at least see one.
Yeah, well, I think we've seen a few Wii U's sprinkled in, but then you have West of Loathing for Switch, Icy in all caps for Switch, Just Shapes and Beats for Switch, which is supposed to be pretty good. Songbringer for Switch. Oh, sorry. Gekido Kintaro's Revenge for PS4, Milla Noir for PS4 and Switch, Pirate Pop Plus for Switch, which sounds like it's like one of those match 3 games of some sort. Johnny Turbo's Arcade, Joe and Mac, Caveman Ninja for Switch, ACA Neo Geo, Ninja Combat for Switch, Defoliation for Switch, Budget Cuts for PC, The Painter's Apprentice for PC, Yesterday Origins for Switch, The Pillage. Oh, and then I'll just go June 1st. We had The Pillage for PC and Earth Atlantis for PS4.
All right, and on June 3rd for the NES, is that right?
No, yeah, that's real. Nova the Squirrel. The description here says, Nova the Squirrel is a homebrew platformer game for the NES that takes its inspiration from 90s games and plays like a traditional platformer while using more modern game design. So yeah, it's an NES game that is meant for probably emulator, if I had to guess.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right. On June 5th, Shaq Fu, A
Oh
Legend Reborn,
yeah.
for all you diehard Shaq Fu fans out there. Fossil Hunters for the Android. Happy Birthdays for Switch. The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker for PS4 and Switch. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle for Switch, PS4, and PC.
I think it's
Vampire,
just
or Vampire, I don't know how you're supposed to say it, for PS4, Vampire, okay, for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, which I'm tempted to try. The Elder Scrolls Online Somerset Collector's Edition, yeah, that's just their newest expansion. Onrush for PS4, Riddled Corpses EX for PS4 and Vita, and Shape of the World for PS4, which is actually a game I am going to be
yeah, I actually saw it. Didn't you just get
reviewing.
that today or yesterday? I saw that come up. All right.
Yep,
and
I just got my code
if you want to
today.
click on that link, that's where the rest of the games are listed. I forgot to add the rest. I didn't have time. But so on June 7th, you have Iroh Hero for Switch, Grid Retro Enhanced for Switch, ACA Neo Geo Riding Hero for Switch, A Magical High School Girl for Switch, which that is some Japanese anime shit if I've ever heard it. Awkward for PS4,
Yeah.
MotoGP 18 for PS4, which have they been making this game every year?
Actually, at my work, I just got MotoGP 17 in, so it must be a yearly thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm seeing
it wasn't just PS4; it was an
PS4,
Xbox
PC,
One
and
game
Xbox
as well.
One and
So
Switch. They just
I'm
haven't
not
updated
sure
the
what's going on there.
Screen here. Also on June 7th, which is today, Degeneration, the original for Switch, Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido for 3DS and Switch. So we're going up to the 14th.
Okay. On June 12th, Muv-Luv for the Vita, Muv-Luv Alternative for the Vita, Tennis World Tour for the Switch, Runbow Deluxe Edition for PS4 and Switch, which is actually not a...
That's the 14th.
Oh, yep, 14th. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's not a terrible game. I mean, it's definitely not a game you play alone. You definitely need some friends to play it. And then rounding it out, we got Higurashi When They Cry, who Chapter 6 Sumi Horoboshi for PC.
Sumi Horoboshi. I mean, I feel like you got that pretty accurate.
And then Lego The Incredibles.
That's the 15th.
Or
Either way, that's delete. Either way, that game's probably going to be cool. Lego The Incredibles.
They're just so good at making Lego games.
Let's see some images here. Yeah, it's definitely a Lego game, and they definitely The Incredibles.
Yeah,
is it based off the new movie or the old one?
It's both.
Both that's movies. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Yep. Just today, 3 Rockstar games hit Xbox One backwards compatibility. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, both the original Xbox and 360 versions are now playable on Xbox One. Midnight Club LA and Table Tennis.
I'm watching some table tennis footage, and I remember this game being a big deal back in the day.
I can't say I've heard of it.
I remember,
it's just ping pong.
Yeah, but like the fact that it's a Rockstar game kind of blows my mind because it looks really nice. Like it looks like pretty accurate.
When you think of Rockstar, you really only think of Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, maybe Bully. And so whenever I see one of those titles in there, like Table Tennis or even Midnight Club, of them having like a racing game, I'm like, that's odd. Or didn't they make a poker game too with like a bunch of different characters in it?
I don't know. I don't remember that one.
I think it had like Gladys as the dealer, Sam from or Max from, which one is it? It's the dog from Sam and Max is in it. One of the guys from Venture Bros is in it. It's a bunch of like just random people, and I think a lot of people liked it.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that, so that's pretty weird. I know a lot of people have been campaigning for Bully to get released again.
Yeah, I never played it, so I can't say anything. Anyways, Joel, what have you been playing this week?
So I've been playing some Destiny 2 with the new expansion that came out, the Warmind DLC. I got into that a lot. I played through the whole campaign for that, and then we did the raid layer, which was the first DLC that came out, so the older one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and in doing that, we got to the end. It took us a while, so we got to the end of it, and then we just gave up because somebody had to get off, and it's such a pain in the ass to find somebody else to replace. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, has it really gotten you back into Destiny? Like, could you see yourself playing it again for a while?
I mean, I'll definitely play it to finish that raid layer that we did, and then do the new whatever the new raid layer was. I think it's still a raid layer. I don't know. Whatever the new raid aspect of the newest DLC was, I'll definitely do that as well. But I don't know. I don't see myself playing it that much. And the new stuff coming out, I don't know if we have it in the notes here, but the Forsaken.
Oh, I forgot to put
the
it
Forsaken
in.
DLC. We'll just talk about that briefly. They're charging $70 for a yearly pass, which I don't think is worth it. But then again, I have no idea. It's looking like it's going to be more like the Destiny 1 Taken King DLC was, where it's just a huge revamping of the game, and it really fixes a lot of the problems that the game has. Like they're adding a whole aspect where you have kind of a check sheet, kind of in terms of collecting exotics, so you see which ones you've collected and which ones you haven't come across, and it shows you, if you want this gun, how you can get it, like what playlist you should be in, what heroics you should be doing. So yeah, I mean, they're adding a bunch of cool stuff, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to get me back, and I don't know honestly if I want to pay $70 to try it, because $70 for a year is pretty steep.
That's more than a PSN or an Xbox Live yearly subscription. So
$70 is more than I paid for the base game when it came out, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. One thing I was wondering, because I heard that you have to have all previous DLCs to play it. Do those come included with it?
I have no idea. I'm assuming not, especially at first, because they're gonna want to get their money, But I have a feeling that eventually they're gonna come out with some sort of bundle that just has everything in it, which is what I would guess.
Because for me, I don't own any of the DLCs. So if I saw this and I was like, oh, this looks like I could really get interested in this, I want to actually try this out, I would have to pay even more than $70 just to play the new content.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, like a major issue, because like, why would you know what I mean? It kind of makes it so, like, you, for instance, you haven't played the game that much. Come September, when does it come out? September, October? I can't remember. But I think it was September. Have no interest in buying the new DLC if you need the old one to play it.
Yeah, for sure. Like I finished the original raid and then just haven't touched the game since then, because there just was nothing left for me to do. And then the most recent DLCs, or all of the DLCs that have came out, just haven't interested me. So I haven't seen the new trailer. I heard some friends saying some of the stuff looked cool. There was like a new Crucible mode or something in there that they thought looked pretty cool, but I just haven't looked into it that much.
Yeah, so they're also adding it's kind of like a mix between a PvP and PvE mode, where it's you and your squad versus another team. I don't know what the team size is. I think it's 4 people, but either way, so you're in your own little dungeon thing. It's kind of like a horde mode, it seems like, where you're killing things, and depending on how well you're doing, you can send one of your players into their like teleport them over to their little area and start sabotaging them. So I mean, it seems pretty cool. It's kind of like a hybrid between PvP and PvE, but it's mostly PvE. Mm-hmm. So pretty much whatever team's doing best in the PvE aspect is going to have a large advantage over the PvE when it comes to PvP. So I mean, it seems pretty cool. They're definitely changing a lot of stuff, but I don't know if it's enough to really draw me back into the game as much as I want it to.
Gotcha.
What have you been playing?
All right. My first game, surprise, surprise, is Overwatch. And don't worry, I'm going to time myself here. I'm going to give myself 30 seconds to talk about it because I have a lot to say. And starting now. Okay. I got myself. Okay, anniversary event is going on right now. You can get all of the past events, cosmetics, and it's really cool and everything. And they're also shifting in and out past events. Hanzo right now is really broken. Brigitte, originally everyone thought she was going to be really broken, but she's not. Symmetra's getting a rework, and there's some new LFG things coming in the future that have me really excited. So looking for the future.
Cool.
And done. Okay. So yeah, what else have you been playing?
Still playing Fortnite. It's just fun to play with friends, especially because I have a lot of friends that only play Fortnite because they use their Xbox essentially as a Netflix machine, and they just got really into Fortnite since it was free, and since it still is free, But we'll talk about Fortnite in a little bit because that is actually part of my predictions.
Okay. I was just gonna say that I have seen you been jumping on there and streaming quite a bit. I kind of fell off my Mixer streaming. I have to get back in it. Planning on doing it tonight with some Mega Man. My next game was Super Mega Baseball 2. I tried talking about this last week, but my connection was crapping out on me the whole time. Pretty much what I said was it's an enjoyable arcade baseball game. It's no MLB The Show or anything. It's not realistic, but it's probably the best baseball game Xbox One has right now, which isn't saying much because it's only going up against the likes of like RBI Baseball, which is complete crap. Yeah, I really enjoy it. Done a couple seasons of it now. They do this really cool thing with like based on how your players are doing lately in your season. Say I have a guy that's hit 2 home runs in a game, he'll be locked in and his stats will go up. If he gets more hits, he'll be on fire or he'll be jacked up and he'll just perform better. But of course, if he's like striking out or popping out or making errors in the field, his mojo goes down and his stats get worse. So he plays worse. And it really forces you to sit that person if they're doing so bad that they're actually hurting you. And then you have to like play your bench and everything. So it's a really cool idea. And I really am enjoying it.
I mean, yeah, it sounds cool, and like the clips I have seen of the game seem really cool and interesting, like a fun arcadey type baseball game. Which I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
Maybe MLB The Show.
Yeah, maybe that would be nice.
Would be very nice. I've also just started today actually playing Kirby. I forget what is the subtitle of the game on Switch.
Star Allies.
Star Allies. Yeah, that's what I thought. Me and my girlfriend started playing that again. It's fun, man. The graphics are really good. So, like, it doesn't look like it's running on a handheld console on my giant TV. That's for sure. But yeah, it's a fun game.
It is. It's always surprising, I think, with Switch graphics.
We beat the first world, and so we're on the second world now. But yeah, it's fun.
Gotcha.
I know you played
there are not a lot of worlds in it. There's like only 4 worlds in the entire game. But I feel like that's actually a pretty good amount because when I ended up beating it, I was getting to the point where I was like, okay, I'm ready to be done with this. It's a fun game, and I love Kirby and everything. Just at some point, I just hit a wall where I was like, okay, this is getting very samey because it is just the same thing over and over again. I'm going to make these guys my allies, take their abilities. I mean, it's a Kirby game. There's nothing world-shattering about it, but it's just okay. I like it.
Yeah, I just feel kind of burned out that I paid, $60 for the game. That's all. I'd like. It doesn't seem like there's enough there to be worth $60, but I guess it is what it is. One thing I did think was funny is when you beat the first world. I'm not going to say what happens because of spoilers, but do you remember what happened? Yeah. I thought that was pretty hilarious because like it did what it did, and I was like, wait, what? And then it just kept going. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it does a couple interesting things like that. My next game is Quantum Break. This is the older Xbox exclusive about the guy that gets these time powers, and they put a TV show into the game itself. Did you ever play this?
I played some of it on PC around when it came out. I didn't get too far into it, so I don't know that much about the game. But what I did play was nice. It looked really nice. I remember graphically.
Yeah, graphically it's really cool. The game itself I really enjoyed. I borrowed it from work, and at my work I get to borrow games for a week, and I beat it within a week. I think 5 days is what it took me playing it, 4 or 5 days. There's only like 4 acts.
Do you know how many hours?
I could actually look that up here while I'm talking, but I really enjoyed it. I thought the TV show aspect of it was pretty cool, but it wasn't necessarily pulled off great because the frame rate through the entire show is just complete garbage. Like it's just constant stuttering. Also,
So there was an actual was there an actual show?
Yes,
or was it just like in the game show?
It's in the game show. At the end of every act, there is a 20 to 25-minute episode that you can either watch or just completely skip.
I remember skipping
and it took
all. But I do remember I just saw it in this trailer I'm watching. What's his name? Littlefinger from Game of Thrones being in the game.
Yeah. That was actually one of the things I noticed very near the beginning, because he starts out as your friend and everything, and then he, spoiler alert, is a bad guy.
Yeah, but you learn that really early on. So
yeah, really soon. I was looking at him. I'm like, man, that voice is so familiar, and he looks familiar because all the characters look like the actual people themselves because of the show part. And I'm like, just looking at him, I'm like, wait a second. And then I pulled up IMDb, went to the actors like filmography. I'm like, Quantum Break and Game of Thrones. All right, that was pretty cool. By the way, I've got my stats up here for the game. I beat it within 8.5 hours, so it's not a long game by any means. And that's also with me kind of going back and looking for collectibles.
Yeah, maybe that's another game I should add to my list to finish playing finally, because I know it got Xbox One X enhancements, I believe, so maybe that'll make it even cooler to play through. Moving on, I have been playing also, I forgot to add to the list, I just added it, Red Dead Redemption, in anticipation of Red Dead Redemption 2. I know I talked about it before, but I really dove in and I got a lot further in the game. Have you played the game at all?
No, I've got it, and it's on my list to play sometime this summer. I'm going to get to it. It's just I'm focusing on other things at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I just got to a pretty awesome. I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah, it's been great. I've been enjoying it, and I will say the Xbox One X enhancements of that game are insane. Like, because when I first started playing it, I wasn't playing on the. It was before the enhancements came out, and I think I talked before on the podcast about how it looked kind of grainy and like I was looking through a screen door almost. But with the Xbox One X enhancements, like it looks so fucking nice. I can't have it. It's insane. It looks like the new game. Like it looks like on par with GTA 5.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. One thing I might have to do is I'll pop the disc in my 360 first and give it a try on there, and then I'll hop over on my Xbox.
You definitely should do that. You'll really appreciate that. Like, because I know personally, I didn't think anything when it said like, oh, Xbox One X enhanced for like these older games, like the 360 ones. I was like, oh, like that. I mean, sure, it probably looks a little nicer, but nothing major. But like,
probably runs smoother, probably better frame rate.
I can't emphasize how much nicer graphically the game looks. So you definitely should try that out. That'll be the game to show you exactly what they're doing, because that is it.
All right, insane. We'll do. All right, and the last game on both of our list is State of Decay 2. How much have you put into this game so far?
State of Decay 2, I haven't played it all that much, so I'm probably like 10 hours total. But I mean, like, the game is so interesting to me. One thing I wish that you could do more is like just attack strangers. Like, it doesn't let you attack strangers, right?
But they have to be hostile first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I want to walk up to somebody and just attack them and take all their shit.
Yeah, just pound them.
Because I feel like for a game that's trying to be like, you know, a realistic zombie game, I feel like that'd add a whole nother element to it.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting. it would also like not make me have to go through the cringy dialogue with those kind of situations where I'm walking into their yard and they already don't like me. And my guy's like, I can't even see them, but he's saying this ends here and now, and they're saying, "Oh, come on, bring it." And then I have to talk to them before the fight can begin. So I think that stuff would be kind of nice.
Yeah, I think it would be really cool. Another thing is like the storytelling in the game is so crazy. Like I have my community or whatever. I have like 6 people, 6 or 7, and then like people call you randomly for help. Like, hey, can you come help us with this task? It's essentially just a mission for you to do. And I went over there and I helped them, and then somebody else in my community is like, why would you help them?
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand those people. And then they just like got hostile on me, like somebody in my community.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, guess I got to kill you now. And then I killed them and they turned into a zombie.
Yeah. I haven't had any of my community die. I finished my first community. So did you ever play the first one?
No, I never did.
Okay. So this game has actually even less of a story than the first one did. So the first one was pretty straightforward. Hey, we need to survive. Okay, get to this point. Oh, we need to go here. We need to help the army. We need to escape the county. This one is just pretty much survive, take out plague hearts. Let's promote someone to leader, do their legacy, and then that's it. So in my playthrough, my first community, my main guy was a warlord who was focused on making our community strong. And so he had a special area in the outpost he could build where it would like let me craft any type of ammo. And his legacy involved a coalition coming along and wanting to take us out. And they had recruited all of the other bases around us, all the other communities. So I had a mission where I had to like go around, and he's like, "Oh no, this will not stand. We have to make sure these people are with us or against us." And it turned out that every single one of them had joined the coalition because I just wasn't helping them. So I had to kill every other community in the town. And then when I got to like the head base of the coalition, it was in that chicken restaurant, and there was like only 3 people inside, and that was it. And I was like, wow, that was very anticlimactic. Once you beat it, though, once you beat that story, you can start a new community in the same area, which completely wipes you clean. You're starting over, but you can bring 3 people from your previous community over. So the 3 people I brought over were pretty much almost all maxed out. So that was kind of a nice beginning. The thing that sucks, though, is you don't have any resources, any supplies whatsoever. You're starting over from there. And I haven't played a ton on my second community yet, but I have noticed more zombies earlier in the life cycle. Like before, it would take me, I think it took me to like day 6 or 7 to see a juggernaut. Right now I'm seeing ferals, tons and tons of screamers. Hordes are attacking my bases. So I think as you get more communities and as time goes on, the game supposedly gets harder. I haven't lost anyone from my community yet, but I have had a follower in a side mission die on me where we were taking out a plague heart and we got overrun and she turned into a zombie and I had to kill her. So I've been lucky so far, or not so much.
Yeah, I haven't had anybody die from my community either. I came really close to I was playing with my main guy, the leader of my community, and he almost died, and it literally scared the shit out of me. Like I was ready to just hit the power button on my Xbox, hoping that it would save it somehow.
It wouldn't. It automatically saves when they die.
But yeah, the game's really cool. I have no idea what day I'm on. I just downloaded it on my computer the other day since I have Xbox Game Pass, so I'm curious to try it on there because it looks like it runs much better on there from what I've been hearing.
Gotcha.
But
right.
Yeah,
we should probably get into some news so we can get to our predictions.
Yeah. Let's try and get through these quick. First up on the list, Hitman 2 was revealed, and it's coming out in November. You want to take it? Imran. Oh, I'll take it. Imran.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it Imran or Imran? I don't know. Khan.
I've never found out.
From Game Informer writes, as previously discovered, WB Games' mystery reveal title today turned out to be Hitman 2. WB is partnering with IO Interactive for a sequel to the episodic Hitman title previously published by Square Enix. The new title, unlike its piecemeal predecessor, will be launching as a single game on November 13th this year on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The CG teaser, which you can find below, shows Agent 47 taking down a target at a motorsports event through different methods, emphasizing the variability of assassinating targets. So I never played Hitman, but I know a lot of people liked it a lot. I was always interested in it, but I'm glad that they're not doing the episodic release like they did in the last one. I'm glad it's just all coming out at once.
That was definitely a sore point for people when that was first announced. I've heard a lot of people like it. Not really my kind of game. I'm not really into the slow, stealthy games that much. But hey, people are going to like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, Days Gone is releasing in February. This is Javi Gwaltney on Game Informer. Sony's biker zombie adventure finally has a release date. You'll be able to ride around as Deacon St. John on February 22nd. The release date was revealed during today's PlayStation E3 2018 live stream. Which, okay, yeah, cool. Days Gone is kind of everything. Can we talk for a second about how annoying it is that people are making all these E3 announcements before E3?
It is very annoying. I don't know what the factor is. Maybe it's that they weren't able to get on certain stages, or maybe it's that they have more important things that they're trying to announce. But it is.
But this is a Sony exclusive, and this is something that it's been at their last two E3s. Like, are they going to show like gameplay at this E3?
They have to show.
If they do that, why announce?
They have to be showing gameplay.
But if they do that, why announce the release date today? Why not wait until the gameplay?
I think it's mainly because Microsoft jumped the gun when they said they're going to start doing theirs on Sunday. So I think this is just them trying to get ahead of everybody now, is by announcing things once a day before the press conference. So I think that's all it is.
Yeah, but that's
just getting their
the
name
thing,
out
though.
there.
It's not just them. So many people are announcing stuff. Rage 2 was announced early. Fallout 76 was announced early.
Some of this stuff had leaked.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah, all this stuff was announced because it was all leaked.
Not the Fallout 76. That was just teased.
That I don't know.
They did an all-day stream with a.
Yeah, I mean that's just creative, though.
It's so annoying. So many people are announcing stuff. I don't know.
Annoying.
It's kind of got me a little nervous for E3.
Yep, I agree, especially this next thing. Report Crackdown 3 delayed into 2019. Matthew Kato of Game Informer writes, Kotaku is reporting that according to multiple sources, Crackdown 3 has been hit with another delay, this time pushing the game into 2019. The site says the news come from two people familiar with the game's release plans. The game was originally supposed to come out in 2016, but it was moved to November 7th to coincide with the launch of the Xbox One X in the fall of 2017. However, the game was pushed to spring 2018. Just last week, Amazon Spain canceled pre-orders for the title, which Microsoft said at the time was a mistake on Amazon's part. Javi played Crackdown 3 last fall at Gamescom, and you can read his impressions here. All right, yeah. This is really scary. I don't have any confidence in this game anymore. But then again, who knows? Maybe this is just making it like a massive, great thing.
I don't know.
Delays don't necessarily mean that.
Usually they do, but not as many delays as this one has gotten. This was originally announced,
It's already been delayed 2 whole years.
3? Wasn't it originally supposed to come out in 2015? Or
I'm saying it's already been delayed.
Yeah.
No, it's originally supposed to come out in 2016. Okay. It's already been delayed 2 years. This is just rumored right now. This isn't
Microsoft
official.
has come out and said that it is delayed. I saw. Yeah,
really?
They confirmed it. It is delayed until what was it, February?
Wow, that was 4 hours ago.
Yeah,
that they said that. That's ridiculous to me. I can't believe that.
Yeah. So,
we'll see what the game is, I guess.
That both makes me very nervous for the Microsoft conference, but also kind of excited because, we'll get into our predictions.
We have no idea.
we'll get into our predictions.
What's gonna happen?
All right. Next up, a new Diablo game project is in development. Blizzard confirms. This is Chris Pereira from GameSpot. An unannounced Diablo project of some sort is officially in development. Blizzard has revealed a job listing on the company's website confirms as much. Although this being a job posting and not a proper announcement, there aren't any real details about what to expect. The job opening is for a dungeon artist on the Diablo franchise, but the game is listed as an unannounced project. The description makes it clear up front that this position will be working on something new. The minions of hell are growing stronger. We're working on a new unannounced Diablo project. Cool.
It's not really news here. I feel like this is just known that it was going to happen.
Yeah, but there's been like so much talk. Is Diablo 4 coming? Is Diablo 3 coming to the Switch? I think this really nails down the fact that it's Diablo 4. But this also nails down the fact that they're just starting. Like, this is not by any means a close game to being done. This is still a couple years out from being announced, it sounds like. So
yeah, I could still see Diablo 3 coming to the Switch because that would sell so many copies.
I could. I'm just saying Diablo 4 don't expect to come anytime soon.
All right, and last but not least, the final season of Telltale's Walking Dead premieres in August. Javi Gwaltney of Game Informer writes, Telltale announced a few months back that The Walking Dead, the series that put the company on the map, would be drawing to a close with a final season that would be released in 2018. That season now has a release date thanks to the new trailer, August 14th. Did you see this trailer?
I did, and it's breaking my heart.
I know. Like I literally watched it with my girlfriend in the room, and she's like, that really upset you. And I was like, yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Because like the first one like was so sad, and this one looks like they're just trying to go after that even more.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's The Walking Dead. There are no happy endings in The Walking Dead, and the big selling point of this is we are ending Clementine's story, and that is heart-wrenching to me. Like, I've been on board with this since the first episode of season 1 came out. I've loved this storytelling of The Walking Dead. I love Clementine as a character. She's awesome. I feel like I almost feel like a father figure to her. Like, just seeing her from a kid to what she is now is insane to me. I am like I said, The Walking Dead, there are no happy endings ever in this series. So I'm not going to be excited for what I suspect to be the actual end of Clementine.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to end sad no matter what happens.
Yeah, for sure. But on to our topic of the show. With E3 starting next week, we are going to let out some of our E3 predictions. So what we did was we chose 5 predictions, our wish lists, whatever you want to call them, for the Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and all of the third-party conferences all together. So, Joel, you want to start off with our first one? Which one do we want to do?
Let's start with third party. Just third.
All right, so yeah, third party?
Yeah, just all third party together.
Yep.
So the first one on my list is Ubisoft announces a new Splinter Cell game, which shouldn't be a surprise, considering that Walmart Canada leak is pretty accurate so far.
And also that DLC for Ghost Recon with Sam Fisher. Is that his name?
Yeah, Sam Fisher. But yeah, I mean, and even just earlier, Just Cause 4 was leaked a few hours ago. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't.
So that's another game from that Walmart Canada leak that was confirmed because it was on that list as well. And Steam put up like a promotional image saying pre-order Just Cause 4 today.
Ah, that's interesting.
It's like this E3 is ridiculous because it seems like everything is leaking early.
Yeah.
Literally everything. Even the E3 Twitter. Did you see last night? They accidentally tweeted, what a ending to day one of E3. Go home and rest up.
Okay.
Like even the official Twitter account is bugging out thinking it's day one.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's just got to hold off for another day. The first one's tomorrow, or is it Saturday? EA or Bethesda? I can't remember.
Saturday.
Saturday? Okay. Yeah, it's EA and then Bethesda. Okay. My first prediction is from the Square Enix conference. Kingdom Hearts 3, this last month with the new gameplay revealed and everything, people actually got to play the game and everything. They said that they were going to be announcing the release date for Kingdom Hearts 3 in the next month. Now, I don't necessarily know if this will be at E3 because I heard they are doing a Kingdom Hearts orchestra around the same time. And last year when they did this, it was like during the same week as E3, and they didn't show a Kingdom Hearts
and they showed the trailer.
Yeah, they showed the trailer at the orchestra, not at E3. So either at this orchestra or at E3, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 will be released this October.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play the Kingdom Hearts games just in anticipation of 3. So we'll see if that ever actually happens.
Yeah.
So next up on my list is one for EA. I put EA brings back Skate in some form. I don't know if it'll be Skate 4. I don't know if it'll be Tony Hawk's Skate, because I think that would be pretty cool, because I know Tony Hawk's pretty mad. He's pretty mad at Activision right now.
Yeah.
Because the games have sucked. And his name is all over him.
That would be such an amazing fuck you to them.
Maybe he will take his talents to South Beach and they'll come out with a Skate 4 of some sort. And especially because like every time EA tweets something, they like the fucking comments, replies to it are just people asking where Skate 4 is. Like all the comments. Same with like YouTube videos, everything.
Yeah, people have been yelling for it for a while.
Quite some time. All right, what's next for you?
All right, I'll just finish up my Square Enix. I think a new adventure game IP will be announced. Something completely new from a Western team, something we haven't seen before.
Sorry, what was that? I'm writing one more prediction, sorry.
I think Square Enix will reveal a new adventure game IP, like a completely new franchise, something we haven't seen before.
Like something Lara Croft-esque?
Yes.
Something like that?
Like that.
Or Uncharted? Yeah. Okay. All right, next up I have Bethesda reveals Doom 2. I could see them easily having pumped out another Doom game. Just because, I don't know, like they have the whole engine built, so I can't see it being that hard to make another Doom game. I feel like they can pump those out pretty easily every other year.
This is something I really hope happens. I loved the last Doom game.
I mean, it seems like because Bethesda gets really ambitious with their games like Elder Scrolls. Those games take, years and years. So I feel like Doom is a franchise that they can have just as filler in those years in between to generate, cash flow for the company while they're making the next Elder Scrolls and the next big Fallout game. Okay, what's up next for you?
I completely agree with you. Like I said, that was one of mine. But since you took that, I'll put in my extra that I had just in case. Bethesda will also reveal a brand new IP this year, and it will be something completely different from what they've done in the past. Like, it won't be a hardcore like RPG or something. It'll be...
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. Next up for me, this one's a long shot, but I put that there's a new Ghost Recon trailer, whether it's a new Ghost Recon game or just like a year 2, kind of Destiny 2-esque thing, where it's just like a whole year of content being shown. I feel like Ubisoft's definitely going to show something about Ghost Recon just because people love that fucking game.
Yeah, if they do, I definitely don't see a new game, but I could definitely see a year 2 content. Although I would think it'd be a little late now since it came out, last March? It could always happen.
Yeah, I think it could happen.
Okay, next up, for Ubi, got Beyond Good and Evil 2 will release next spring before it gets...
Before it gets delayed.
Yeah, I have that they're going to have a release date for next spring, but it will be delayed.
Yeah, I don't think that game's coming out even next year at all.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see that being one of those games that just gets delayed. Like, as soon as we get like 2 months away from when it's supposed to come out, they're going to be like, yeah, this is delayed into 2020.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think next spring is the earliest we could possibly see this game. But I don't even think that's going to happen at all.
Yeah, who knows? They haven't really shown much on it.
Last up on my list is that EA reveals a new Star Wars game because they have that partnership with Star Wars. I don't think it's going to be Battlefront. They have that partnership with Star Wars, and it's got to be up soon. I think they signed a 10-year, deal.
It's not Star close to being up.
You don't think it's close? I'm pretty sure
they've got a long time. Nope, not even close. It was a huge deal. Yeah, that was actually my last prediction for EA as well. A new Star Wars game, but I've got it being developed by Respawn.
Oh yeah,
the guys who made Titanfall.
Yeah, that's the rumors, right? Is that they're developing a Star Wars game. I'm hoping it's an RPG type game.
They've announced that they're making multiple Star Wars games. That Respawn is making one. Another company with Amy Hennig was making one, and I think that one got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got like 3 in the works right now.
Okay. Yeah, so that ends the third party. Let's go to Nintendo.
All right.
You can start this time if you want.
Okay. So the Nintendo show, Nintendo, it's just going to be the Super Smash Brothers show for me, pretty much. But I've got here that Smash Brothers will be a mixture of Smash 4 and a completely new game. I've got that it will be launching in September alongside the Switch Online service.
Yeah, I mean, I put that they're going to reveal the release date of the game, but I have a feeling that it's just like they're going to reveal that it's just based off of Smash 4, essentially. Like the mechanics and everything are probably just grabbed from that, right? And they're just putting it all in a whole new game. So I don't see this being like a complete revamp of the game, but at the same time, you're not going to know it's the same game. You know, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be the same thing, all the features and everything, all the characters, but new characters, new stages added on, is what I was thinking.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. That's exactly what I'm thinking too, because I don't see them having made the time to make a completely new one. Up next, I have that they're going to make a Mario remaster because of, the success of Super Mario Odyssey. I could easily see them remastering, Galaxy or Sunshine or something to put on the Switch.
Oh.
Because there's a
what I would really love is Mario 64 remastered. Please, Nintendo, give it to me.
I don't think that's happening. I feel like that's a long shot, but I feel like Galaxy is could be easily done, especially since it's already, pretty good looking graphically. So I don't think it'd be that challenging. But yeah, for instance, my girlfriend, she won't touch a game pretty much unless it's a Mario game. She's obsessed with the Mario games.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a lot of people like that. And so if they came out with a Mario remastered, like a Galaxy, just something related to Odyssey in some way, that same style, that same type of platformer, I guess, then they would really kill it. So yeah, that's one of mine.
All right. Yeah, no, that would be awesome. Sticking on the Mario bandwagon, I think Mario Maker for Switch will be announced, and it will be coming this summer.
Okay, do you think it's a completely brand new Mario Maker, or do you think it's the same game, just a port?
It's a port.
Yeah.
They don't even really need to make a new game for that, in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I could easily see that happening. Next up on my list, I have Fortnite is coming to the Switch, and it's available right now.
I didn't put that in my predictions, but I was thinking the same thing. I actually saw that someone mined artwork from the Nintendo eShop that there's Fortnite artwork on there now. Yep.
Of course.
And just today they announced Paladins was coming on the 12th, and yeah, I guess today someone found some Fortnite stuff on there as well. So I was completely there with you that, hey, Fortnite's here, available now. I completely agree with that.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
It does. Okay, number 3 on my list, Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, will appear on Nintendo's stream to announce that Banjo-Kazooie will be in the new Smash Brothers. And also, Crash Bandicoot and Spyro will also be playable characters.
Yeah, I have kind of the same thing. But I don't I think that Banjo-Kazooie is, it's a great possibility, but I think that Minecraft Steve is more of a possibility just because that's, the only game, I guess, that's across all the platforms. And it'll get like little kids super excited because they love that shit.
Yeah. It would be awesome.
I'm personally not a fan of Minecraft Steve. I don't think that'd be cool.
I couldn't see Steve. I couldn't see Steve as a character. I could see a creeper as an assist trophy where you just like grab him, he walks along and blows up. Like I could see that. But for a playable character, I just got to see Banjo-Kazooie. It makes too much sense. Like the move set is there, and then also Banjo used to be a Nintendo product. So just bringing him back, I think that would be completely awesome.
Yeah, that'd be a really cool fan service thing they could do. But yeah, it's gonna make headlines because I know Phil Spencer's got to be there in some way, right? Like, there's been too much.
Yeah, I mean, they're just too close. I was actually checking his Twitter today, and he retweeted someone announcing that the Nintendo Switch and Xbox One crossplay will be coming very soon. So I could see that being announced coming up here at either of the conferences.
That's cool. It's nice seeing two companies like this playing nice with each other, unlike PlayStation, which is
for sure
steering clear of all that, which makes sense.
Especially when it's Xbox and Nintendo, which are my two favorite gaming companies right now.
Yeah, true. Up next, I have Dragon Ball Fighter Z coming to Switch.
That's interesting.
I think that could happen.
I never thought of that, but I could see it. Yeah, it's definitely doable. The game's 15 gigs on Xbox right now, so it's definitely doable.
When it first came out, I thought it was on the Switch already. So I think it makes perfect sense that it could come. Like it wouldn't look as nice because I know it looks amazing on Xbox, but still.
Yeah, and they already brought Xenoverse 2 over, so it could just be one of those cases where the developer hadn't made it for Switch yet, so now they have, and hey, here it is, or it's coming soon. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
True. Okay, what's next for you?
Next up, this is going off of a recent leak. A new Star Fox Racer from Retro Games will be announced, and since that's going off a leak, and it's very possible that could happen, I've got an add-on here that Captain Falcon will be a playable character. So have you heard about this leak?
No, I have not.
So a few weeks ago, I was watching, I think it was Nintendo Voice Chat from IGN, and they found a leak that Retro Games, the guys that made Donkey Kong Returns and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and Metroid Prime and all that, they were working on a Star Fox racing game that would be like Diddy Kong Racing. So pretty much you would have all these different characters. They could drive, fly, whatever to race.
That'd be interesting. I mean, I definitely loved Diddy Kong back in the day.
Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing was awesome. So I think that will be coming. And just so I'm not just writing off of a leak here, I'm going that Captain Falcon will be a playable character, because really making a new what's his games, F-Zero game would make more sense to me if it's a new racing game.
True. Last on my list is that Nintendo Online, the online service. They're going to show a demonstration of it, how it works, and including how that virtual console or whatever it is, because you know how they're giving you the free games.
Yeah.
Show how all that works.
Yeah, that makes sense. That could also be something that I could see them waiting and doing a direct later on in the summer when it gets closer. But I could definitely see them doing it at E3 as well. My last Nintendo one is one that I don't necessarily think will happen, but I would die if they did this. So what I want is a Legend of Zelda bundle that includes Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword all on the Switch in one cartridge, like they did for the GameCube back in the day, where they included 4 games in a demo.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
It's I don't either. Dreaming. But if they did,
I would
I would die.
That would be ridiculous.
That would be amazing.
Literally insane. You want to do PlayStation next?
Okay. Here, I guess I'll start. My first prediction is Last of Us 2 will have a release date for next fall.
Yeah, I see. Like this coming fall or 2019?
Next fall, 2019.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. That's one of mine. Is that we get a Last of Us 2 release date? So I guess my second one then would be that no more than 2 VR games are shown, whether it's a fully fledged VR game or a game that has a VR game mode. So originally I was going to say 0, but then when they announced that Tetris game yesterday, I realized that there's going to be at least 1, because they're probably going to show more of that, at least a little bit, because that's kind of a big deal. But yeah.
That's a bold prediction for Sony. I think they'll definitely do more than 2.
I don't know, because last year they showed multiple, but it was all in the pre-show. It wasn't in the actual show.
Yeah, but they still showed quite a few, didn't they? Whatever. All right. My next one is that users can change their PSN names right now.
I certainly hope so, because my PSN name is probably one of the worst out there. No, probably not one of the worst, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
Let's hope that happens. My next one is that there's some sort of new hardware bundle, whether it be them trying to push the PSVR with a PlayStation Pro bundle of some sort for like a reduced price. Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like there's going to be some sort of new hardware bundle. I mean, I was hoping back in the day before I had a Vita was that they would bundle the PS4 with the Vita at some point, but that is never going to happen because the Vita is essentially dead. It's all but confirmed.
All right, my next one is kind of close to that. Not exactly, but I predict that the PS4 Pro and the VR headset will get permanent price cuts.
Yeah, that's
like
that's literally my
$50.
Is that the PS4 Pro will get a permanent price drop, which I mean they're already discounting it this coming week for I forget the event, but there's going to be a bunch of games on sale for cheap, including like Horizon Zero Dawn for $20 and stuff like that.
Nice.
Which I'm excited to hop on because I never played Horizon, so I'm probably going to pick that up
this
week. So the last one I have is that PS Now now lets you download games, because that's the major flaw of that service, is that you have to stream all the games, and I feel like they're going to see what the success Xbox is having with Game Pass, so that's what'll happen.
We'll see.
Let's hope.
Okay. All right. I'll just run through my next 2 here because they're not really big ones, but a new Rocksteady game will be announced, and it's focused on the Justice League. So the guys that make the Arkham games will be making a Justice League game.
You see,
also...
Sorry, go ahead. I'll do my first one for Xbox next.
Okay. And then my last prediction for the Sony conference is a brand new Crash Bandicoot game will be announced, but we're not going to be getting it until 2020. But they won't give us a release date or release window or anything.
Yeah, I definitely think that they're at some point going to reveal a new Crash game, just because of how successful the Insane Trilogy was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, moving on to Xbox, my first one is that Rocksteady's bringing a Superman game on the Xbox stage, whether it's an exclusive or if it's just their partnership. I think they're going to be on the Xbox stage showing a Superman game.
All right,
which would be pretty cool.
You've been watching Kinda Funny.
Yeah, I do love Superman though as well. But I mean, Justice League would probably be equally as cool, but who knows? I mean, they already have Batman made, right? They've already got that down.
The superhero game, I don't have it in my predictions here, but the one I'm really excited to see this E3 is that Avengers game from Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah.
They're the guys that make Tomb Raider. Like, I'm really pumped to see what that game's like.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
My first Halo. Oh, wow. You know what? I already kind of said it. My first Microsoft announcement is Halo 6 will be coming in either February or March, because no one wants to be around Red Dead right now. So they're taking it out of its normal November release date, pushing it back. Also, the Master Chief Collection is available now on Game Pass, along with its new updates, the 4K updates and fixing and everything. And lastly, a Battle Royale mode will be coming to Halo 5.
Yeah, I pretty much had the same thing. Just a new Halo games being announced, whether it comes out this fall or sometime next year, and that the Master Chief Collection will be added to Game Pass. I literally have the same thing, and that the X enhancements are available sometime soon. I don't think it's going to be right away, but definitely soon. Up next for me, I have that there's a new Fable game teaser, but it's not going to be coming anytime soon. I think they're just going to address the rumors, and it's got to be a Fable game, right?
Yeah, that's what the thing is. The rumor is that it's a Fable game.
But yeah, who knows? Maybe they won't announce a game that early on because look at Crackdown. They probably want to avoid that situation at all costs again. And they've canceled a lot of games they announced a long time ago, like Scalebound
and Fable Legends.
Yep.
I could definitely see them doing that as well. The rumor is that Playground Games making it, and this week there's a bunch of talk going around that Microsoft is actually about to acquire Playground Games. So I could definitely see Phil Spencer being like, and we're proud to announce that with the acquisition of Playground Games, we are moving forward on a Fable game, and just like a short teaser or something. So yeah, that was actually my next prediction as well. So go ahead and take your next one.
Up next is that there's a Gears 5 announcement of some sort. I feel like we're due for another Gears game, and I think it's going to be coming out this fall.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I mean, okay. we have nothing. We know nothing about Xbox games coming out this fall, and I feel like that would be a big one.
Yep. Actually, going on that, I think Ori and the Will of the Wisp will release this September.
Yeah, I agree.
It'll take up that slot that Cuphead did last year.
Yeah, I think Ori's coming out, but that's just not big enough of a game, to get Xbox fans pumped.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I mean, it's still... No. I never played the first one, but I know a lot of people love that game a lot in that series.
Yeah. I gave it a really short try. I was just too distracted with other games to actually play it at the time. Okay, my next prediction is that significant DLC will be announced for Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2. When I say significant, I mean like a Destiny Year 2 upgrade on Sea of Thieves this early, I think. I think they recognize just how much how much that game is lacking. And then State of Decay 2, not really a significant thing, but just kind of an outline. Hey, in 2 weeks, 2 million people have played this game. We've killed over 2 billion zombies. This is what's coming in the future. Just kind of giving us a roadmap because they've already given us a season pass.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't think it's going to be a year 2 thing. I think it's just going to be like, these are the 2 DLCs in depth, what they're going to be in terms of State of Decay. But yeah, Sea of Thieves definitely needs something major to happen to the game. Like they had that new... the new kind of small expansion, I guess you could say, with the Megalodon.
Yeah, Hungering Deep.
Yeah, this past few weeks. But I don't think it was enough to draw in a lot more people back into the game. I know I didn't play it again, even though I was kind of interested by it. But
yeah, I was tempted to, but I never even booted up the game.
Which is sad because it's like the game looks so nice and it runs so smooth. I just wish that there was a reason to play, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So last on my list is that Xbox will announce a new Elite headset. I don't know why I thought of this, but
a headset?
Yeah, because they already have the Elite controller. People are buying it. Maybe even a new Elite controller because those are like not in stock anymore anywhere. So there's rumors that they're developing a new one and stopping production on the old ones already. But yeah, I think that they're gonna announce a new headset. Because their old headset, they came out with one. I don't know if you knew this. You've probably seen it before. They have their own first-party headset, and it was really bad.
Yeah.
Like, it came out, nobody bought it, and then I remember I was at a Micro Center, and I saw it for like $20, and it was originally like $80 or $100. But I mean, I think it'd be cool if they came out with some super high-end wireless microphone. Because if you think about it, the 360 had a wireless mic in itself. Like within a year of it coming out, I believe they had that little, like Bluetooth-looking headset, like for a phone. It looked like, but Xbox has nothing like that. Like I have wireless Turtle Beaches, but I have to plug a USB stick into the front of my Xbox for them to work.
All right. Okay, so I did 2 more just in case we doubled up on predictions. So I'll just go through these quick. The first one's not that long. Playing Quantum Break in the last week got me thinking of Remedy. So I got that Remedy's new game will be announced and shown off, but it will not be an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an Xbox exclusive either, just because I feel like Quantum Break was kind of a dud for them. Granted, they probably got paid a lot of money from Xbox. They probably would have got a lot more money if it wasn't an exclusive game.
Yeah, but I think it'll be shown off, and it'll just, they'll just show it off. And then my last prediction is that 2 brand new IPs will be announced for Xbox, like stuff we have never seen before, new franchises, and then that won't be out until expected next year or the year after even. And then also Sunset Overdrive 2 will be shown off.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, because there's just we're going into this completely blind as Xbox fans, because we have no idea what's coming out this fall for the console that's exclusive. And that's kind of a big deal nowadays, is exclusivity rights.
Yeah, the only one we know for sure is a new Forza Horizon, because Forza comes out every year. But besides that, we've got nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a big year for Xbox, I think, especially just to see like what the roadmap's like for the console. Because this could be make or break for some people who have the console,
It definitely could be. It's very frightening, but also very exciting. Like, Microsoft can completely come out and lay a dud, but they could also just come out and blow our minds and get us super excited for the year to come.
Yeah, I mean, they have all the backwards compatibility and stuff, but that only goes so far. Like, people don't want to keep playing old games. They want to see what's new.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to close it out?
Yeah, that wraps up our E3 predictions. I'll be for sure keeping track of my score, see if I get any right. I don't know about you, but thanks so much for listening to the Pixel Street Podcast. I'm John Hansen. You can find me at Revix Shadows on Twitter. On YouTube, I'm also just Revix Shadows. Follow the Pixel Street Podcast Facebook, where I am actually planning on streaming a couple of games too here pretty soon, as well as streaming the Mixer if you want to follow me there. Joel, where can they find you?
I'm on Twitter, Campos63. I've been streaming a lot on Mixer, same username, mixer.com/Campos63. I just wrote a review for Rick and Morty Virtual Reality. The game is pretty cool. It's a VR game, so you can't really expect too much from them, but it was a cool experience, I think. But yeah, that's it.
Follow or go to that video game blog to see both of our writings. Like Joel said, he did his review. We did a team review on Laser League last week, which was a dud. And I wrote a first impressions article on the Mario Tennis Aces tournament that they had over the weekend. So other than that,
we probably should have talked about Mario Aces, but it was fun. I'm excited for the game.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching.
Later.
Bye.